Hi everyone, this is April. Just wanted to show you guys my craft room. I haven't shared that with you yet, and I thought why not do that today. And just wanted to show you my sewing machine where I sew around the edges of my cards. And let me tell you, this is one of the best purchases that I've ever made. I was very fortunate and lucky enough to find this beautiful Singer. I'd say it's the 1940s, and this gentleman was selling it on Kijiji. I was looking for a used, cheap sewing machine for my cards. I didn't want anything extravagant, whatever I could find. And when I saw the ad for this, I said I have to go and take a look at it. Come on in to my craft room, which I've been working on finishing up. And I'm pretty much finished in here. All I have left is maybe I'm debating whether to change the curtains in this room or not. Maybe add like color in here, or maybe not. But this is what I've got. Yesterday I was in IKEA and they were clearing out their rugs. And once again, I was at the right place at the right time. They were clearing their rugs, and this one I got from there yesterday. It was regular $200. I bought it for $80. Isn't that great? And over here, yesterday as well, my husband took me to Costco, and we bought ourselves a electrical fireplace, and we placed it in the craft room, and to give this room a nice cozy feeling in wintertime, warm this room up. And while you're sitting there reading your book, you can glance right into the fire. So it's just a whole aura and the feeling that I want to create in here. A very inviting room where you can sit and relax, but yet do your crafts. When you're tired of the crafts, you can move on to this area here, sit down, grab a book, and read it. And here is my bookcase, and this is where I store some of my crafting tools and materials, and of course books. Up here I've got magazines, papers, whole bunch of stuff in here. This is where I like to keep, this is a Stamping Bella storage box, and this is where I keep all of my Stamping Bella stamps, and I also put in here the Greeting Farm stamps as well. Well, whatever I can fit. And of course down here are my books. As you can see, I have all the series for the Twilight, and I'm currently reading the last book, Breaking Dawn. And I have to show you guys, share with you a bookmark that I made for this book. And here she is. Ta-da! She was in the set of the roll call. She's one of the stamps, and I have really nice lace underneath there, and wings from the Tim Holtz cut, and some flourishes, and again lace again on top, stapled, and an old antique book as a background. So this is my Cricut station. This is where I do all of my cutting, and this over here is where I store my punches, and then here is my Cricut, and also my gypsy paper. Those down there are all my designer paper. This is K & Company. I try to put them in order. And more paper down there. I've got vinyl for my Cricut. I got smaller cardstock, like for my cards down here. And then some albums that I bought at my local scrapbook stores. And here I keep some of my Tim Holtz grunge board, and this is grunge paper and grunge board. This is where I keep my acrylic paints in there. I try to be clean and organized. So this room is as clean as it can get. So, and then of course over here, as I had mentioned, are all of my my punch sets. And here are just some of the few Martha Stewart punches, lace punch, border punches, and everything. And that's the top drawer side. And this is where I do my magic. This is my desk, my crafting area. And let me tell you, I love this desk. This is the most compact and the most versatile desk that you can ever own. And if you're ever looking for a desk, I would highly recommend something like this because of all of the storage spaces that it provides for you. I mean, I don't even utilize all of the space. I've got like pens here, markers, I've got glue. And then here, most of you own this. Most of you have this trolley where you store all of your markers and glues and whatnot. And that's what I use here. All of my scissors I keep here. My Prisma pencil crayons are over here. My glue is here. And then of course in each of these drawers, see, I haven't utilized all the space. I still have more room. And I've got stuff in each one of these. I have my ATG glue gun. And then here I have my Prismacolor, Copic markers chart. And I've got some paper that I've got handy right beside me. And I want to share with you guys a really nice and cheap find. This is the from what I've found out there. I really didn't want to spend a whole lot of money and shipping and all that. So like I mentioned, I was at IKEA the other day and I was in the kitchen section and I came across this and I said, I was looking at it and I said, you know what, this would make a gorgeous Copic marker storage area. So let me show you what it is. It's actually a cutlery holder. So when you wash your cutlery or forks and spoons, you put them in here and you let it dry. So it was $2.99 and it's wood. It is like, look at this, it's solid wood. And you can paint it any color that you want, stain it, paint it, do whatever you want to it. And I bought 3. So it cost me only $9 for a Copic marker storage. Look at that, guys. How good is that? Hey everyone, this is where I store my ribbon. This is just a very few of the ribbon that I own. And they're on top of my desk here. And here I've got a shoe that I made out of designer paper. And I call this my Jimmy Choo. And this is where I just keep my just leftover bits and pieces of ribbon, just store them on there, and it gives a nice decorative touch to the room. And over here I have my 12 by 12 tonic paper cutter, and it's worth investing in a good cutter, and I must say that this is one of the best ones out there. And you can do multiple cuts, layer them on top of each other, you get a beautiful slice. And yeah, if you're looking for a cutter, I would highly recommend the tonic cutter. And over here I have paper. I store my Nina paper there, my craft paper, and also my glue gun, my embossing heat tool, and that's just a cup of water. And this is where the cloth I use for wiping off my stamps. And over here is where I store all of my embellishments and stamps. And as you can see, I have 2 other slice paper cutters, Fiskars, and I love them both. I use this one for photos, this one for cards. And here I just have glitter, my Prisma marker storage box, And over here I have embellishments and ribbon, more lace, bling, brads, and whatnot. And then here I have stamps, more stamps, more stamps, more stamps, and more stamps. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers are dedicated to stamps. And then let's move on to these drawers over here. This is where I keep more of my ribbon. I got some in there, and tulle, more lace and ribbons all around here. And this is where I have my feathers, my decorative feathers over here. And this is where I keep my pigment Pearl X powders, pigments. So all of that are pigment powders, my inks and re-inkers, and these are all embossing powders. And up here I have the Tim Holtz Distress inks, chalk ink, memento ink, daubers. That drawer is dedicated to that. And I have to share with you the secret area. I love this area. You bring this down, you pull this out, ta-da! And this is where I keep my Scorpel. It's large and takes up a lot of space, and it can easily be hidden in the keyboard area, which I don't use this as a computer desk. So that's where I keep my Scorpel, nicely hidden in there. And this drawer is dedicated. Up here are all of my nestabilities and some more of the nestability. And then that's where I store my cuddle bag and my Tim Holtz and Sizzix dies in there. And I've got my accordion file folder where I keep more paper, my garbage, and then obviously I got more storage here, and this is where I keep my background stamps, the ones that I use quite often. I love this one, the musical notes, Hero Arts butterfly stamp, this background stamp, and I use this one. I use this one the most. It's the script, like a French script writing. And I have the Asian dolls. Oh, I love these dolls. So this is where I keep my favorite wooden stamps. And this is where I have my buttons. So I hope that you've enjoyed this journey into my craft room and seen where I do my work. So if you have any questions of any of the products that I have that you've seen, please let me know. If you have any questions about anything, I would be more than glad to help out. And that is all I have for you guys for today. So till next time, take care. Bye.